This past Thursday, Star Citizen 4.3.2 finally entered the live build after a long period of development. With the patches drop, we now have access to a brand new boss fight Urmandi, and then we also have access to a brand new in-game event called Fractured Frontiers, alongside other many attributes that was added to the game in this patch. Also, CAG has been talking big recently about the upcoming update, which is Star Citizen 4.4, which is supposed to be the introduction patch to the Nyx system, which a lot of people are very excited for. Hopefully it drops either in December right after IAE or maybe before it as a neat little surprise. CAG has the technology, they can put it out whenever they feel like it. I believe they're probably just working on just a few little kinks right now, but we're gonna go over majority of that today. But hey, it's FC here, and I'd like to welcome you guys back for another episode of Squawk Talk. Now, before we start today's Squawk Talk, I would like to announce the 3 winners of the giveaway that I was holding in between the time period of September 20th through October 20th. Now, you guys placed over 3,300 comments on my videos over this 30-day time period. You guys help me grow as a content creator, and you guys support me, and I really do appreciate it. So this is me trying to give back to the community the best way I can by giving away shit. You guys enjoy it, I enjoy it. I love the interactions and everything else. I posted quite a few good videos in that time period, some better than others, but yeah, let's see who the winners are of this giveaway. Starting off with the first person for the Whoiest puzzle box. Afterburner 222, nice. And then after that, for the Morzov Medlife Armor Kit, You Only Live Once. Hell yeah. Congratulations, brother. And then last but not least, for the Drake LTI Golem, we have Raptor Spiriteds. That is what I'm talking about. With the introduction of Star Citizen 4.3.2, we now have access to the brand new boss fight Urmandi, which is a snake-like creature that hides at the bottom of the the Onyx facilities inside of Site B. Now, the coolest part about this entire boss fight is, in my opinion, not the boss fight itself, but the brand new game mechanics that they showed off during the fight that was actually talked about an entire year ago during last CitizenCon, and that is destructible environments. Now, something like this was overlooked by a lot of people just because it's very minor and minuscule to majority of the player base because, you know, in other games, destructible environments is very commonplace. But in Star Citizen, where development is extremely slow, it's quite refreshing to see it finally get implemented into the game in one way or another. CAG talked about destructible environments a year ago during last CitizenCon about how cover could be destroyed if you're in a firefight or buildings alike depending where you're located at. Now we're going to have it in this boss fight with Urmandi. Now, Urmandi as a boss fight is not that difficult. It's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. I am almost there at soloing the boss myself, but I still need 1 or 2 people to help me fight the boss currently until I get good enough to be able to solo it by myself. So keep in mind that it is doable and it's not that hard. I ran it with like 12 guys the other day just for shits and giggles, and we completely demolished Urmandi in just a matter of minutes. We were so fast at it and so proficient that we were not able to actually leave the boss area because the exit doors were still closed. It's not hard, so it is doable. Also, now that 4.3.2 is out, we now have access to the brand new items in the Wicklow storefront, including the brand new Palatino prototype armor set that is offered by Wicklow. Again, it takes 20 eyes and then 10 tongues in order to get Wicklow's version of the Palatino armor. Now, speaking on the Palatino armor and how to gather it, it's very difficult right now to say a lot about it because there's a lot of speculation in the air about why it is so hard to find. Pretty much what is happening is you go down to the distribution center that's supposedly supposed to spawn these orange loot crates, you find the crate, you loot it, and then you continue looking around, and then the crate that you previously looted is now gone and it doesn't respawn back. There is an RNG aspect to these crates. There is no hard point spawn. They spawn at random locations at random. But the most hurtful part about trying to find the brand new Palatino armor at these distribution centers is that the crates just are not responding. People are reporting it left and right, saying that it's nearly impossible to find even one crate in one entire distribution center. They are bugged and they're glitching. Now, this also stems into the contestant zones and also the ASD Onyx facilities. For some reason, those locations, the orange crates are not openable, and they are also just not spawning as well in their typical spawn locations, which is leading majority of the player base who is actually hunting for this armor to believe that it's just bugged. I'm probably sure CAG does know about it, but they just haven't talked about it. This is why they've been deploying hot fixes left and right over the weekend, just because it is necessary to help make things more stabilized. As always, whenever a fresh patch drops, it always drops a little broken here and there. And this time it's going to be hurting people who want to loot those orange loot boxes. Today is October 21st, which marks the beginning of a brand new ship giveaway. Now, the ship in question that I'm giving away is going to be an Aegis Sabre with LTI insurance, with a game package, and the brand new Black Magic paint scheme. All you got to do in order to enter this giveaway is 1. Be a subscriber. 2. Comment on any video that I upload in between the time period of October 20th through October 31st. Again, for the people in the back who ain't paying attention, be a sub, and 2. Comment on any video that I upload in between the time period of October 20th through October 31st. You only got to place 1 comment to enter. Placing multiple will not enhance your opportunity to win the giveaway, just so you know. But other than that, let's get back to our regular paid programming. The Anvil Paladin, the Asperia Stinger, and the Gray Ship has all entered the fray in Star Citizen 4.3.2. Now, these ships are getting a lot of great reception. People are enjoying them overall, except for the Pally. There's something wrong with it. People in the verse are claiming that the ship is acting just like, the Mirai Guardian when it first dropped, in the way of defenses. The Paladin only requires 2 to 3 missiles from the smallest ship imaginable, like an Aurora, to destroy it. This exact same thing happened when the Mirai Guardian first released. For some reason, it was taking huge amounts of damage for missiles. The Asperia Blade also had this issue as well, where one very small missile would completely destroy it. Well, the Paladin is suffering the same thing currently right now. CAG does know about it. People are reporting that they know. I also saw some threads on Spectrum as well that the developers know about the issue, and they should be rolling out fixes for it here or there, because we all know that a huge gunboat should not get destroyed by the smallest ship in the world and the smallest size 1 missiles in the world as well. It should be realistically impenetrable for that size and class of a ship. The missiles should literally just hit the shields and do nothing. But currently, all it takes is 2 to 3 missiles and the ship will just completely explode. The Stinger, people are really enjoying the Stinger. People are swapping out loadouts, making custom shit, and it's destroying the ships out there. It's a really good heavy fighter. It may pitch in y'all a little slower, but it is wrecking a lot of vehicles out there. Probably sure, obviously the smaller ships that can outmaneuver it will, walk it easily. But in my opinion, I've been having fun doing, the heavier tier bounty hunter missions with it, just because of all the firepower. That bespoke size 5 cannon on that motherfucker is really serious, and it packs a punch. It's fun. It's fun. And then for the Gray Shiv, I am seeing people having mixed feelings with it. People are really enjoying it, mainly the turret on top. People are swapping the turret out, putting it on other ships. They are really enjoying that part of the ship. But a lot of other people are saying that it's pretty much just the Cutlass Black that's just been chopped up, which is not a big deal. That's realistically what it is. That's what Gray is. He's a guy who salvages broken down ships and then pieces them back together. So we should see some stuff coming up later on with that company, because I do believe that it will be cool to see what they could possibly make, what CAG can do. It's going to be a real creative platform. I'm curious what the first actual cargo ship is going to be like when they start piecing like a Caterpillar, Carrack, and a bunch of other stuff all together. It might look like, some Frankenstein type thing. I'm all for it. They're not bad. I do enjoy them. They're cool. The Stinger 100%. The Paladin is super nice. I like the way how it sounds, its effects, and all that other good stuff. Once they fix that missile issue, it'll be a hard hitter out there. Really cool ship. And then the Shiv, which is, lower on my spectrum, but, people are enjoying it as well, because it's another alternate ship that you can fly out there and have fun with, throw vehicles in the back and just go out there with the boys and cause havoc. And then also the bucket toilet too. Just wait for it to become active if we ever have actual bowel movements in the game. But overall, the ships are really cool. I do enjoy them, and I hopefully you guys do too. IAE is quite literally around the corner. It's the biggest ship sale throughout the year that CIG offers. They put everything on sale on a schedule. We should expect to see a few new announcements. We should expect to see the Perseus and possibly a couple other ships that may be ghost dropped that was not on the roadmap. So hopefully we get to see some new stuff, some new armor, and just, uh, overall coolness and sweetness in the game as well. Because I hope that, Star Citizen 4.4 will drop, either right after IAE or during. We don't know, because with the 4.4 drop, we should expect to see the Nick system, which a lot of citizens are very excited. Me, yours truly included. Everyone's been waiting for this for a long time. We can't wait for it. IAE should be huge this year. It should be ridiculous this year, especially with the Perseus. Hopefully it has some really cool skins out and a bunch of other stuff that we get to check out and look at. There's probably going to be another sandbox activity added to the whole entire thing, just like what is going on right now. We're wrapping up the whole entire fight for Pyro thing with Fractured Frontiers, which is, a cool, decent event, get some cool rewards and stuff. So hopefully during IAE, we may have maybe one more cool event before the end of the year hits. You never know with CIG. There should be a free fly. There should be a lot of cool free stuff given out, especially during the Christmas event too. Luminalia, whatever it's called, how you pronounce it. That should also be, really cool as well, where we usually get like 10 to 12 free gifts throughout that month of December as well, where they have the little cabinetry system where every day you open up a cabinet and you get a free item, either like a skin or a FPS weapon, or maybe like a wallpaper or something like that. We get a lot of cool stuff. Other than that, we're all waiting to see what happens in the near future. I would like to make predictions, but usually whenever I make predictions, they never go proper or right. So I want to just sit back and watch and wait to see what happens. Hopefully we do get that 4.4 drop right after IAE. Also, if anyone happens to know the color scheme of the ship showdown ships, what is the color scheme that we're getting this year? I have no idea. I know last year was lazy. Let's see what this year's gonna bring. I'm very curious of what it's gonna be. I'm excited. If you are, let me know down below in the comments. But other than that, that's another episode of Squawk Talk. It's a wrap. And we discussed a lot of stuff today, a lot of cool things, and also another congratulations to the winner, who won the ship giveaway, the Hui's puzzle box giveaway, and then the Morzov Medlife giveaway as well. Congratulations to all three of you guys. You guys deserved it and earned it for being a part of my community. So again, thank you. But let me know down below in the comments what you guys are excited for the near future. That is to hit Star Citizen here soon once IAE drops. But other than that, thank you again for coming out. You guys already know who it is. It's FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.